Welcome to How to Survive with Danielle and Kristine, the show that teaches you how to survive the things that can kill you.
Like an unruly mob, dengue fever.
Ew.
How about being swatted?
No, thank you. And the things that just make you wish you were dead.
Like Trump's playlist.
Ugh.
How about neck stubble, Danielle?
What?
Neck stubble.
Neck stubble, yes.
Yeah.
If only it were stubble. It's like a growth. It's like a wig. It's like a merkin on his neck.
When we take it again, how about neck wigs?
Yeah. Bleh.
And working on a prank show. No, thank you.
No.
I think those days are over.
You know what's not a prank?
What's that?
Our theme song.
Oh my God, we're pranking you right now with it. But it's a nice prank.
Yep.
Ground is shaking under our feet. Mountains on fire, flooding in the street. Can't breathe the air, can't fight the feeling. Gobbling down Xanax ain't the way to be dealing. Gotta do better than just getting high. We gotta stick together if we're gonna survive. Ooh, how to survive. Ooh, how to survive.
Welcome.
Hello.
So we have two trips to talk about. One,
We do.
you went to Arizona this weekend.
Beautiful Arizona.
Beautiful Arizona. Which part of Arizona did you go to?
Phoenix.
Okay.
Like a phoenix rising.
I got to tell you something. I've never been to Arizona.
You know what it looks like in the desert? Like you're going to Palm Springs?
Yeah.
Just keep imagining that.
Okay.
And then some strip malls.
Okay.
And then a city.
All right. And so you went for
Kamala.
yes.
And Tim.
So you door knocked. Is that right?
I did. I canvassed my ass off.
And did your kids? I know they went on the trip with you. Did they door knock with you?
Benjamin did not come on the trip.
Oh.
He did not come.
Oh.
That's right.
Did he have soccer?
He did.
So he stayed with his pal.
He decided soccer was more important than saving democracy.
Men.
He was like, my team needs me. And he was right. He scored 2 goals out of the 3.
Well, you know what? He probably did more than, I don't know. That's great. I don't know what I'm saying.
Yes, he did more for his team than I did for Kamala. Although, I don't know. Maybe it's a toss-up.
So, okay. So did Alex actually do the door knocking with you?
Yes,
Great.
she did.
Were there lots of complaints about boredom and feet hurting and walking in heat?
It was very hot.
I bet.
It was over 100.
What?
Yes.
You were canvassing at over 100?
Yes.
Okay, I'm extremely impressed.
Are you talking about the temperature or the age of the people that you were visiting?
Both.
It was both.
The people were so old you could cook an egg on them.
Yes, that was our breakfast. We took eggs,
old people eggs,
and we cooked them on their foreheads.
Okay.
That was the only way we could get them to talk. She was pretty hearty about it. Luckily, she complained a little bit, but she got to be in charge of the phone.
Okay.
I don't know. Have you canvassed before, Garen?
No.
I have.
You have. A
little bit.
You get an app. Okay, so you're not just knocking on every
Right.
person's door. You get a packet. You get an app, and that shows you which houses to go to.
Right.
Because you're only going to Democrats and which kind of means other, like
Independent or undecided or something like that. Okay.
Militia.
yes, coming to the door with a gun.
Wig party.
Well, they're really old.
They're really old in
yeah.
Arizona.
They're
The heat
so-
keeps them alive.
Keeps them fresh.
And so she got to put in the data.
Okay, that's
So
fun.
she was like, "That's what I want to do." We only got one person who really just was like, this one woman who was young, and she was like, "We're voting for Republican." Like, she didn't seem happy about it. And I was like, maybe she's actually secretly going to vote for Kamala, but she had to say that because
Yeah.
her boyfriend or husband was behind her with like a gun in her back. Mm-hmm. But, you know.
Okay, so Garen,
Yes.
you have a surprise trip coming up.
Yeah, so the other day I was asleep and my phone rang and I woke up and it's my best friend saying, "Hey, do you want to go to New York Comic Con?" And I was half asleep, so I'm like, "Where's that at?"
Fontana.
Like, what? Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, "Wait, you mean in New York?" And she's like, "Yeah, so-and-so can't go. We can transfer everything to you and you can come with me and we can go.
Like tickets and stuff.
Flight, hotel.
Nice.
I guess all I have to worry about is my food."
So why? Okay, so she booked it with her friend. Her friend can't go.
It's a work trip for her.
It's a work trip
for them. For the two of them. They have like a pop culture YouTube channel, and they're getting sent there by this company in Spain. I'm not quite familiar with what they're doing.
Okay. So the Spanish company doesn't need to know that you don't work for.
Yeah.
Do you have to now work?
I'm helping her.
Do you now have to work
something.
for this pop culture company? Are you gonna?
I'm gonna help her film.
How fun!
Yeah. It's sure. I'm in.
Are you
Let's
so
go.
excited?
Yeah. It's. I haven't been in New York in a while.
That's exciting.
Yeah,
Where are you gonna? What part of town are you staying in? Do you know?
Times Square.
What?
I wonder
have a
what
setup
hotel
in,
it is.
The Holiday Inn.
Nice.
Great.
Yeah.
And
I
is
gotta
that
set up
where?
barricades so all the fans don't.
Yeah,
swarm me.
yeah. Is that where? Oh, you should take your Never Not Funny stickers with you of your face.
Yes, for sure. People are gonna ask for those.
Yeah,
I think I will do that.
Do you have any stickers of your face?
I sure do.
Yeah,
Funny
I
you
do.
should ask.
Want me to
Or
sign
just
it?
pass them out to people. They'll take them.
Yeah.
You got to get rid of them somehow.
Yeah. Don't even wait for people to ask.
Yeah,
just hand them out.
So is the convention in the same hotel?
The convention is at the Javits Center.
Oh, yes, the Javits Center. I think, is that where Hillary was going to do her acceptance speech?
Sad.
I think that's what the Javits Center is. So fun. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I want you to have a pretzel. I want you to come back with stories.
Yes. Have adventures because we want to hear about your adventures.
I really want to go to some of the like museums that are there because the two other times I've been there, I never got to do anything. It was
okay.
Because once was for work and once I was just a kid. We were there for New Year's.
Are we ready for today's How to Survive?
Yes, I want to survive something besides this.
Yeah. We are going to learn how to survive swatting.
Oh, like when you're trying to kill a fly?
Yes.
And you accidentally smack yourself in the face?
Yeah, because that could hurt.
I've done it.
Yeah. In 2008, the FBI coined a new term to address an alarming rise in fake emergency calls, swatting.
Ooh, I wonder if people did that because of the financial crisis.
Oh.
Was that 2008?
It was 2008, 2009. That's an interesting question.
Thanks.
I don't know why that would
Connect.
People are bored. And
They're mad.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm so mad I got to make a fake emergency call.
Yeah. Now, 16 years later, swatting cases have become more and more common. They've also become more sophisticated and as a result, more dangerous. What is swatting?
Tell me, please.
Swatting is when a false emergency report is made to the police, typically claiming that a serious criminal situation is underway.
Okay.
The goal is to trick police into sending a SWAT team,
Yes.
which is usually only deployed to deal with high-risk situations.
Yeah.
SWATers target individuals' homes, places they frequent, or businesses.
Oh, I just got it. It's based on the police team.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You really just got it?
Yeah, I just got it. I mean, I knew what it meant, but like I just got why it was named swatting. I'm fucking stupid. I literally just got it. I was like, why is it called swatting?
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Thank God I understand.
Also, just to address, because last week we briefly touched on, I think I cut most of it out, but we were talking about those dolls, and you said that those dolls are like Ariana Grande, and we talked about whether the LOL dolls, whether she's funny. She hosted Saturday Night Live this past weekend. I said out loud, she's so talented, it's annoying. She's fucking crazy talented.
Oh, she was great.
She was great.
Oh, okay.
She could be a cast member.
Wow.
She's so committed.
Yeah.
Her impressions, she just did a little bit of
Yeah.
Oh, actually, she did a very good impression later, and she did a character that was really funny. Like she's fucking talented.
Well, I'm really sorry for everything I said.
I know.
That implied she wasn't funny.
Still not going to see Wicked, but the horses.
You are gonna go see Wicked.
I really-
Jimmy's gonna drag you to theater.
He's already has a plan. He's going to see it on because he can't come to Thanksgiving with us because there's a dog there. So he's going to see it on Thanksgiving. Okay. SWATers, named after SWAT teams, target individuals' homes, businesses. Incidents can be intended as pranks, but may also involve advanced tactics such as concealing identity and location. In some cases, a group of SWATers targets a person or place repeatedly to cause as much trouble and stress as possible. Swatting puts innocent people at risk. When people receive an emergency call, they treat it like a real crisis and jump into action. As a result, they may rely on violent means and weapons when responding, which can be highly dangerous and result in injury or death.
Wow.
Who are the targets of swatting? Swatters don't discriminate. Incidents can target anyone regardless of their background or profession. In some cases, whole communities and businesses are hit by swatting, while in others, the focus is on an individual. Many high-profile cases have involved celebrities, streamers, and online gamers. By some accounts, swatting began in the world of online gaming.
Garen, thanks a lot.
Which we'll get into later. Public figures, particularly state and federal government officials, are also victims of swatting. For example, just last month, I'm sorry, I don't remember when this was from, but it was from this year. Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley's home was swatted. The same day, Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency Director Jen Easterly's home was also targeted. Others have involved ordinary people who, for one reason or another, have found themselves the targets of swatters. In 2021, for example, a 60-year-old man from Tennessee tragically passed away when he was swatted by individuals who wanted to take his Twitter username.
Jeez Louise. It's not that hard to think of another name.
When does swatting happen? Swatting occurs when an individual or group is looking to cause chaos, stress, or harm to unsuspecting victims. They do this by getting a hold of your personal information, like your home address or workplace, to carry out their harassment. There are a number of ways swatters gain access to your information, including doxing. Swatters post your personal info on social media or share it, making you a swatting target. Doxing is often a precursor to swatting. Location services. Some devices share your exact location, making it easy for others to find your home address. Sharing info. Be cautious about giving your home address to strangers online, as it can lead to swatting. Yeah, I would never do that in a million years.
Do what?
Give your address to a stranger online.
Oh, I did that, remember?
Well, you did, yes.
Accidentally,
that's true.
though.
Yeah.
You gave your address to a city.
To everybody. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I almost
You're
got...
so lucky that guy who showed up didn't swat you.
He might still murder me.
I mean,
Guys.
so bad. IP address. Each device on the internet has a unique IP address. Some attackers can find it and use it to locate your physical address. Social engineering. Swatters manipulate or trick people or companies into giving your info away by pretending to be someone else. Data breaches. If your info gets exposed in online service or business breaches, it can be used for swatting. Hacked accounts. If your online accounts get hacked, swatters can access personal details, including your address. Stalking. Swatters may watch your online activities and interactions to gather personal info over time. Phishing. Swatters send fake emails or messages to trick you into revealing sensitive info so they can use it to wreak havoc.
Oh, I just read this girl. This was, I think in the LA Times, this online influencer, TikTok sort of fashion woman was robbed because she, was just revealing too much of her life on her TikToks and she never revealed her address, but it was enough revealing sort of information from her. It was either her Instagram posts or her IG of like background stuff, because she took so many pictures of herself that they could hone in on exactly where she lived. And she was sharing like, I'll be in Paris for Fashion Week or whatever it was. And people were like, okay, she's out of town. And they broke into her house and stole
so many makeup samples.
Oh my God. It was two 12-year-olds and they just got so much Sephora skincare.
So much Sephora skincare.
Oh, Drunk Elephant. They were
oh my God.
So happy.
There are TikTok accounts that are dedicated to finding people. Like someone will send a picture of themselves. They're like, okay, find me. And they can do it. And they do the whole video. I look at this, the way this balcony looks, it looks like this. Like they track them down to the actual hotel balcony that this woman
so that
was
people
on.
want to be found.
Does she see how vulnerable they are? Like just say,
like, you can't find me. There's no way you can find me. And this dude went through and was like, tracked architecture and was like, you're right here. This is the hotel room.
Do
you're
they
in.
go there or do they just say?
They just like
she's really
screenshots
setting
and
herself
stuff.
up to be murdered.
It's very
wow,
scary how
Jesus.
easily people can figure that stuff
yeah,
out.
that you can be found. And so many people don't realize if they just Google their own name that their address will come up.
Yeah.
But you can have it removed. Like
Yeah.
there are ways you can
like data brokers or whatever. They
Yeah, there are steps you can take to have all that removed.
Yeah, it's...
Okay. Do your best to protect yourself by staying cautious and vigilant when it comes to your online presence and sharing personal information. Swatting in the U.S. versus the rest of the world. Though swatting is on the rise in the U.S., it isn't a uniquely American phenomenon. There have been publicly documented cases of swatting around the world. For instance, Canada and UK have seen their share of swatting incidents over the years. However, the difference lies in the level of risk involved. Though there are cases of swatting outside the U.S., the risk tends to be much lower. When police respond to the situation, they don't typically respond with as much force.
Oh, huh. We have it worse.
Yes.
And our police are more intense.
Yes. This comes down to the fact that police in the U.S. are more militarized compared to their counterparts in other advanced democracies. They receive different training and have access to more military-grade equipment, especially SWAT teams. Plus, police are often trained to view non-officers as potential threats or enemies, especially when it comes to policing people of color. As a result, the United States has more police-related deaths than most other wealthy democracies. Swatting incidents aren't an exception to police brutality because they involve fake calls. Unfortunately, far too many swatting incidents in the U.S. have resulted in innocent people losing their lives.
Oh, jeez.
What you can proactively do about it. If you believe you might be a target of swatting, consider taking these steps to protect yourself and avoid unnecessary emergencies. 1. Secure your data. First, change all your passwords and let your service providers know that your accounts may be at risk. Keep an eye on your accounts for anything suspicious and secure your online privacy settings. Contact your local police non-emergency line. Start by calling the non-emergency number of your police department or going in person to your local police station. When you speak to an officer, explain the situation and your concerns about potential swatting threats. Though this process can be uncomfortable at best and dangerous at worst, it's essential that you contact the authorities. Explain the swatting concept. Ask if they are familiar with the term swatting. If they aren't, briefly clarify what it means. Share your personal situation. Inform them that your personal situation includes your address, phone number, and if appropriate, your social security number. Has been posted on the internet by someone who is harassing or stalking you. Express your worry about potential swatting incidents. 4. Ask for help. Politely ask for assistance in case a swatting threat is made against you. Okay. Provide your contact info. Give them your cell phone number and any other relevant contact details that may need to reach you quickly. Follow their guidelines. Listen to their advice and follow instructions they provide. They might have specific procedures to handle the situation. Document the conversation. After your call, make notes including the date and time, the name of the officer you spoke with if available, and any instructions they gave you. Do your best to stay calm and polite when talking to the police. The goal here is to work together to prevent any dangerous situations and keep yourself safe. If the police downplay or ignore the danger you're in, calmly but firmly express your concerns and emphasize the potential risks involved. It's essential to advocate for your safety and ensure that the right measures are taken to address the situation head on. What you can do if you're the victim of swatting. Swatting can be terrifying and it can have serious consequences. Here are the steps to follow if you become a victim of swatting. Stay calm.
I'm going to remain calm.
Remain calm. It's because why?
That's our catchphrase.
Okay. Keep in mind that the police believe they're responding to a real emergency.
Okay.
It's not their fault.
No. It's the swatter's fault.
Try your best to avoid panicking or making sudden movements when they arrive.
But what if it feels good to panic?
Oh, I don't think that's a good idea. You've got to hide that.
It relaxes me to panic.
Does it?
It's cardio.
Just cover it up. Just
suppress the panic.
Maybe go on a roller coaster to deal with that.
That's true.
To get that.
If there's a handy roller coaster.
Swatted?
Well, no. If panic is giving you your charge.
Okay. Approach them calmly to ensure a safer interaction. Cooperate.
Okay.
No matter how agitated you may feel, do your best to cooperate with the police.
What if you don't think they're doing a good job?
Don't argue with them. Follow their instructions, whether it involves property search or temporary handcuffing. They're there to ensure your safety. Like, don't argue with them, going like, this is a SWAT. No, just do what they say. There'll be time to explain later.
Okay.
I'll explain on the way, like they say in movies.
Yes.
No time to explain.
Okay.
There's always time to explain.
Okay.
Once you explain the SWAT, like when you're watching a show and they drive somewhere, and then they get out of the car and they start explaining why they're doing what they're doing. It's like, you had the whole fucking drive over here to explain. That drives me bananas.
I hate that too. I also hate when people don't know how to smoke.
Oh, you know who really doesn't know how to smoke?
Winona Ryder.
Once you explain the swatting situation, they should provide the necessary help. Report the incident. Reporting the incident is essential to avoid wasting emergency responders' time and reducing the risk of harm to you. Consider filing an official report and pressing charges against the person behind the false emergency call, assuming you know who it is. Follow up. Swatting isn't a harmless prank. It's proven to be highly dangerous, destructive, and life-threatening. That's why it's important to reach out for help. You don't need to go it alone. Along with professional support, do your best to take care of yourself if you're experiencing online harassment, a threat to your safety, or going through the aftermath of a swatting incident. Okay, are you ready for a really bizarre, crazy story?
Those are my favorites.
You'll be happy to know that this started in Ohio.
Yay! Go team!
Yay! This is from 2019. An Ohio video gamer who played a role in a hoax phone call that led police to kill a man in Kansas was sentenced Friday to 15 months in prison. Casey S. Viner, 19, was one of the 3 defendants in a case of swatting, making a false report to send police somewhere, that led Wichita police to erroneously shoot and kill 28-year-old Andrew Finch at his front door in December of 2017. So the article was from 2019. Authorities said Viner asked one of the co-defendants to make the call because of an argument over an online video game. An argument that turned out not even to have involved Finch.
Oh my gosh.
The guy who was killed. Viner, of a Cincinnati suburb, was sentenced in federal court in Wichita after pleading guilty to 1 count each of conspiracy and obstructing justice, the U.S. Attorney's Office for Kansas said. Swatting is not a prank, and it is no way to resolve dispute among gamers, U.S. Attorney Stephen McAllister said. Once again, I call upon gamers to self-police their community to ensure that the practice of swatting is ended once and for all. The man who made the call, Tyler Raj Barris of California, was sentenced earlier this year to 20 years in federal prison.
Whoa. Good.
Okay. An argument about a game led to the call. Viner admitted that he had argued with the 3rd co-defendant, a gamer in Wichita, over a multiplayer session of Call of Duty World War II.
Wow.
Shocking.
Viner was upset because the Wichita gamer, a teammate of his during the session, killed his in-game character, according to a police affidavit. During their argument, Viner threatened to swat the teammate, and the teammate responded by providing an address and saying, "Please try some shit," the affidavit said. Viner then enlisted Barris to swat the Wichita gamer using the address that had been provided, authorities said. The address, as it turned out, was not where the Wichita gamer currently lived, but where he used to live.
Oh, my God.
Actually living at the address was Fincher, unaware of what was happening. How the call and the shooting unfolded. On the evening of December 28, 2017, a 911 caller told a dispatcher in Kansas' Sedgwick County of a shooting and possible hostage situation at Finch's address. Dispatchers reported that the caller said he shot his father in the head and was holding his mother and brother at gunpoint. The caller also warned he wanted to kill himself and light the house on fire. Wichita police went to the home and surrounded it. Finch came out of the house when police arrived and was shot, according to the U.S. Attorney, when he dropped his hands as officers were telling him to raise his arms.
That's so sad.
Finch died at the hospital. Officers found no hostage situation or killing inside the home. Investigators later learned that the 911 caller was Barris calling from Los Angeles through a Wichita number he acquired through a cell phone app. Jesus. Barris pleaded guilty to making a false report, resulting in the death and dozens of other counts related to other calls in which no one was hurt.
So he's done that before.
Yeah, right. His plea also covered bomb threats Barris made to the Federal Communications Commission headquarters in Washington.
Yeah.
The 3rd co-defendant, the Wichita gamer, has been placed on deferred prosecution, McAllister's office said. Viner's obstruction of justice charge relates to his attempt to erase records of his communications with Barris and the Wichita gamer, according to McAllister's office. As part of his sentence, Viner was also ordered to pay $2,500 in restitution and serve 2 years of supervised release.
Wow. Wow.
It's
Garen,
not a joke.
What's wrong with men?
I wish I knew. I cannot speak for all men. I don't get.
I'm asking you to. Tell me, what is wrong with them?
I don't know.
Yeah.
This is baffling to me.
We're going to take a break and come back with ha-has.
Yes, yes.
We will
That was hilarious.
Yeah, we'll be back right after this. I'm just thinking about swatting.
Oh my God.
So funny.
We were just
So good.
yucking it up.
Oh my goodness.
Have you ever laughed so hard?
Never so much in my life. I don't know why when I was doing the research I thought we could get laughs out of that. There was really nothing.
It hurts.
It hurts
how
to
much
laugh.
I laughed.
Yeah.
It's hurting me.
Yeah. So on the first half of the show, we talked about how to survive swatting, and now we're going to talk about how to survive being on a prank show
What? So connected.
with Blaine Capatch.
Hey, hi.
Hi, welcome back.
Hi, thank you. My dreams were my ticket out.
Oh, welcome back. That was a hit song.
It was a big hit song. I had
Yeah.
the 45.
Yeah. They played it on the radio.
Mm-hmm. John Sebastian from
Yeah.
The Lovin' Spoonful.
Oh, is that what he's from? I didn't realize that. I
Yeah.
thought it was just like a solo.
Name a
person.
Lovin' Spoonful song.
Yeah, can you do that for us?
No,
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
I can't.
I feel like I know a song
I know-
by them.
yeah, I know
but I
the-
just can't think of one.
Yeah.
I got swatted once.
Yeah.
Tell
Yeah,
us.
somebody sent Robert Urich to my house.
No.
That did not
No.
happen.
Really, Chris?
No, but I have been to Dantana's.
Oh, okay. What about the? I wish I could pull anyone who was in the new SWAT. Didn't they remake SWAT?
I think they remade SWAT.
Yeah. And then did they send someone to your house?
No, yeah, they just sent they sent one of the PAs.
So Blaine obviously is a comedian and a writer, and you also
Whoa.
You also do the
Slow
show
down.
called Lucha Vavoom.
Lucha Vavoom.
Lucha. Didn't I just say that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
Lucha
always
Vavoom.
like to repeat it.
Lucha Vavoom.
Lucha Vavoom.
Lucha Vavoom.
We can all say it.
Okay. And explain what it is.
It is a Mexican wrestling and burlesque.
Right. Okay. And your wife and her sister are in it. Yes.
Yeah, they're going to be the Grady twins from The Shining this time. It's a Halloween show that right now. So
Awesome.
How fun.
So they go
and
out
so
with-
you're going to do the Mexican wrestling?
yes,
Nice.
I am Flaco, Super Flaco.
Wait. Do you really?
No.
You're like the MC.
I'm the host. Yeah,
Right,
and
okay.
I do like live play-by-play on the
Yeah.
matches and stuff.
How fun.
It's really fun. I saw it once, and it's October 30th and 31st. They can go to luchavavoom.com.
Yes.
Find out. Where is it?
It's at the Mayan downtown.
Oh, nice.
I think I'll be doing it either with Drew Carey or Andy Richter probably. So
Can't lose either
Yeah.
way.
Always
How
lots of fun.
adult is it?
it's adult.
Okay.
Yeah.
No 12-years.
Got it.
Yeah, I can't take my
You're
Oliver.
yeah, your Oliver won't go. Okay.
But my wife and her sister wrestled for a while before.
they-
before the kids came. They wrestled under the name the Poubelle Twins.
Like
BB and
in
Fifi
Lucha
Poubelle.
Vavoom?
Yes.
Okay.
And they
Or
train-
just professionally in general?
No, they trained with a luchador.
Really?
And
That is
Actually,
cool.
did wrestling moves.
Wow.
They wrestled in Tijuana. We went to Tijuana and wrestled once, and they wrestled this a mini that was dressed like Chucky. It's pretty horrifying.
A mini?
Yeah.
Is that what you call a little person?
Yes,
A mini?
They're called minis.
That's what they want to be called?
Yes, that's what they're called in
in
lucha.
wrestling.
In-
Okay.
In wrestling. Okay.
And like
Not in life. In life, you
Okay.
don't call them minis.
what do we call them in life?
little person.
Little
yeah,
person
little
now?
person.
Which
Okay.
sounds horrible. Really? I mean, that sounds terrible.
It's even worse.
It is worse, right?
Yeah, I just call them whatever their name is.
I think that's
It's
appropriate.
Usually good.
So, Blaine, you have had many jobs, but one of your jobs was on?
One of my jobs was on a show called The Jamie Kennedy Experiment.
Heard of him?
Right.
Yes.
It was a prank show.
It was a prank show.
And you were a writer on it, right?
I was a writer. They called me in. It was produced by Fax Barr and Adam Small, and they were the producers of Mad TV. They were the first guys who hired me.
Right.
They were always very good to me, and they brought me in. They got picked up for 8 on the first season. So
Okay.
I got brought in to work on the last 8 episodes of the first season. And it was, if you haven't seen the show, it's they write a scene There's like a realistic scene, and then there's an unsuspecting real person
Okay.
who gets brought in, and they mess with this person until it looks like they're going to hit someone, and then they go,
Right.
"You've been X'd," and the X is like they show the X over the person at the beginning. That's the mark. That's
Okay.
the person who the mark is. You've been X'd. They brought me in, and I was not a good fit for pranks. I don't like pranks.
Oh,
Yeah.
I do not like prank shows either.
Yeah, and
I
it's-
don't like pranks.
You you would have to write like if then go to stuff. If this happens, then Jamie says this.
Right.
If they do this, then we have to have
Right.
this. So you have to predict what people are going to do.
Right.
Yes.
And it was hard to do, and it was not fun. I'm not like a jerky boys. guy.
Yeah.
I just thought that was
Jerky
mean,
boys.
You know?
Oh, I love that reference.
Cupcake. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So I remember, like when I was a kid, I did a prank call with our friends. We were all prank calling
Yes.
people in the phone
Yes.
book. Remember phone books? and we called this woman, and we were gonna say something mean, but it was this old woman, and I ended up talking to her, and she was like, "Well, my husband died a few years ago," and I was like, "Okay, well," and I tried to be nice. Well, thank you for your time. So I was like, I'm done with pranks.
You knew at an early age it was not your calling.
Yeah, not my calling.
Okay.
So, but we go in, and the only prank, like I pitched stuff and nothing got picked.
Okay.
And
Because yours were all nice. Like, and we tell them that they won $100 and we give them $100.
I'm giving $200 and watch them go, what?
What? You said it was only 100.
But the only one that I got on that I remember was, and I liked it, it was, we did a week in Panama City, Florida for spring break. And they just went for a week and pranked all the kids on spring break,
Okay.
all these drunk kids.
Okay. Well, if anyone
In
deserves to
Florida.
be pranked, it's them.
Yes. No shirts involved. It's
Right.
no shirts anywhere. And my prank was we set up a massage tent on the strip and gave free massages. And so kids would come in and they would get on the table with the hole
Yeah.
Yes.
where there gives your face ringworm. And we have a camera looking up at their face. And Jamie Kennedy comes in as the masseuse, and he just talks about how hungover he was and how much partying he was doing the night before. And he's sorry, I'm a little shaky.
Okay.
And then as he's massaging, he gets sick and throws up on their back.
Oh,
Oh my
okay.
God.
Okay.
And so, and we would pour warm soup on their back.
Gotcha.
Hilarious.
And just like, oh my God!
Yeah.
And I
Alright,
thought that
that's
was
good. That's pretty
that was
harmless.
pretty fun.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you ruin somebody's day. They
Yes.
smell like
Right.
cream of mushroom for the rest of the day, hanging out with their friends. But I was in a sketch in the Panama City run. And what we did was we spread a rumor on the strip that Creed was going to be doing a secret show. This is very 2002.
Yes.
When Creed was still a thing.
Wait, how did you spread a rumor?
We had assistants go out in the crowd. Hey, Creed's doing a secret show at Club La Vela tonight. Don't be there. It's free.
a whisper campaign.
Yeah, whisper
Yes.
campaign. And Club La Vela was this outdoor venue, like maybe not quite 1,000 people, and big stage and stuff, and bands would play there.
Okay.
But yeah, Creed at Club La Vela, Creed at Club La Vela. And then when the curtain dropped, it was Creed, but Creed was Jamie Kennedy as this guy named Chris Creed. And he's sort of a hippie dude in a suede jacket and a headband. And he sings this song about abstinence and not drinking.
that's
and
great.
getting your life together.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
That is funny.
And I was his guitar player.
Okay.
So I'm up there with an acoustic guitar and a little
Soul
goatee,
patch.
yeah, and sandals, like a stuntman for the new Christie Minstrels, and I'm just up there playing the guitar.
Oh my
And
God.
the song was "I'm high on life, high on life." Everybody, no drinks, no drugs. Get your act together, kids. There's still time. And so they go, ladies and gentlemen, there's like the place is packed and it's dudes with no shirts and their girlfriends and they're all, yeah, I'm Creed. And then the curtain drops and it's us.
Hysterical.
And I remember two things. I remember the silence. Like, you know how the ocean goes out before a tsunami?
Yes, yes.
The sound went out
Dead
like the
quiet.
water out of a harbor. And then before it came back in the form of boo, 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 fuck you, boo, boo, Bush League, it's Bush League, man. And they're all yelling Bush League at us.
Okay.
What a weird thing to yell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was odd. It was the Skibbity Riz of 2002. But the other
Maybe
thing
they were yelling for Bush. Maybe if Creed couldn't be there, they wanted Bush.
we thought about that. It's like, oh, are they yelling for George W?
No, I meant the band.
Oh no,
Is
no.
that too early for Bush?
Oh no, yeah, no, that was Bush time.
Okay.
Razor Blade Suitcase time.
I don't know them.
That was their album
Oh,
or their
I
song.
don't know
I think.
that. Okay.
But the other thing that I remember was the dudes all had their fists up, like double fist pump.
Oh my god.
And when they saw us and they got quiet, they all very purposefully put their arms down by their sides. So you just see their actively put their arms down. And then boo, boo, boo. We're up there singing, playing. Hey, everything's nice. And then the girls thought it was funny. After 30 seconds or a
Yeah.
minute, the girls, oh, okay, this is kind of funny.
Yeah.
This is a prank.
Oh, they got it.
They got it, but the guys didn't.
Oh,
Guys-
egos.
Yeah, they weren't get-iters.
No,
They weren't people that got it.
Jamie Kennedy would sometimes be in like a prosthetic or something,
Yeah,
right?
he had like a big knobby nose. He looked
Okay.
sort of David Crosby-ish.
Okay,
Okay.
so they didn't know it was him.
They didn't recognize him. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, not like everybody's like, oh, Jamie Kennedy.
Now that's cool.
Right.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
not. He's not like a really noticeable guy.
Okay.
But they didn't know who he was, and they were booing. So at the end, he goes, "Hey, you guys, listen, you've all been axed." Like, fuck you! You're not even listening. We don't know what that show is. We don't watch your show or know who Jamie Kennedy is. So they were just horrible. And then you've been axed, and you've been axed. You've all been axed. Boo! And they escorted us off stage because guys wanted to hit us.
Oh my god.
And then they put us in a van, and they escort the van out because the people were trying to like rock the van over. They hated
Yeah,
us.
they wanted to hurt you.
Oh my god.
But then we got out past the crowd, and to his credit, Jamie was still in costume.
Okay.
So he got out with his guitar case, and a cameraman followed him. And he just stuck his thumb out. And a dude in a Volkswagen bus drives by, and they stop and they open the thing, and he throws the guitar in. They drive down the street. It was pretty funny.
That's really funny.
Jamie was when he did characters, he was great. He would commit to the bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was a bit committer.
Good.
But he wasn't Jamie Kennedy. Not good
person-
at being Jamie Kennedy.
Yeah.
Got
But he
it.
could be characters.
So okay, wait, I was going to say
So-
two things. One thing is he did stand up, right?
He did stand up.
Okay, because I think I did know him. I mean, I didn't know him personally, but I remember he would come to the open mics I did, and I was like, I think he's kind of an actor. And to me, he and Matthew Lillard are the same person. I can't remember who's done what, but I looked
Lillard is great. He's a great actor. And
He is?
And he was Shaggy.
He's Shaggy, I know that. And,
yeah, but
and
he's also a very, very good actor.
okay. So, but I gotta say, it takes balls to go up there and sing in front of those people who are expecting. I mean, that's pretty.
Oh, yeah.
That is. Were you nervous, or just nervous when they were starting to attack you?
No, I was a little worried,
Yeah.
but I wasn't nervous.
Right. Okay.
I met Jamie in '93 in San Francisco during the comedy competition.
Okay.
And I remember he had gotten sort of some renown from, he would cold call clubs, and he would be this agent guy. I have this young man, Jamie Kennedy, you got to get him in there. He's really funny. And he would get himself booked by pretending to be his
wow.
manager.
The Donald Trump.
Yeah.
John Barron
John
thing.
Barron
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So Jamie, like I knew Jamie, and he was a nice guy. But here's the scary part of the whole story.
Okay.
They flew me in the day before, and they said, we're going to fly you in so that we don't have to worry about you not being there, because I was playing the music. And
Yeah.
we'd rehearsed it and everything. I'm going to fly you in. If you can just be there if we need jokes or wild lines or anything.
Okay.
I'll just serve as a writer. So I got there a day early, and I go down to meet everybody, and they're at some hotel pool.
Wait, were you not already a writer on the show?
I was a writer on the show.
Oh, okay.
But like, just I'll be there, to do
Got
this
it,
bit,
right.
but I'll also be a writer.
Okay.
So I go there, and I go down to this hotel pool, and they're shooting B-roll and stuff. And I said, hey, what do you need me to do? And they said, hey, everything's going great. Everything's going smooth. Don't worry about it. Just kick back, enjoy yourself, relax.
Oh.
I said, okay, great. So I thought to myself, you know what? I think I'll have a drink.
Oh no.
So I went over to the hotel bar, and I was a tequila guy. But they didn't have good tequila. They had Jose Cuervo, which is horrible. But I'm like, yeah, whatever. So they give me one of those, those pre-measured shots that they do when there's like frat activity.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So those little mechanical shots. And I throw one back. This is kind of fun. I'm walking around. I'm like, and I'm not a day drinker guy because I don't want to be hungover by 5. When the sun
Yes.
starts going down and tired and headache.
We drank during our lunch breaks at
Oh, okay.
Big Fat Obnoxious Fiance.
Oh, okay.
At least once we did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We would drink a lot.
We were bored.
Yeah, we were very bored.
Yeah.
And we hated it.
Yeah.
So we had an excuse.
Good reason.
So like a little later, I was like, you know what? I'm feeling kind of good. Maybe I'll have another drink.
Yes. Why not?
If I'm feeling, because alcohol makes your judgment better.
It does. The more you have, the better it gets.
Yeah, I feel good now. If I have another one, I'll feel
Sure.
twice as good. So long story short, I had 9 Cuervo.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
over the course.
You
of,
had such good judgment.
I was a regular Judge Judy, and I weighed 120 pounds.
Oh no.
And it was without a doubt the most drunk I've ever been in my life.
Yes.
I had a thing. I'd like to. I think the phrase is alcohol poisoning.
Oh god, yeah.
And that night was one of the worst nights of my life.
Wow.
I was in my hotel room, and if I sat down, my head hurt, and if I laid down, I got the spins. And if I stood up, I couldn't stand.
Oh my god.
And my head hurt, and my thoughts were racing.
Yeah.
And I was throwing up.
Good.
Yeah, that's
You did
good.
too.
I was throwing up, and then I ran out of stuff to throw up.
Oh,
I was throwing
no.
up bile. And then I ran out of that, and I was dry heaving.
Oh god.
And then after that, I was throwing up a little bit of blood.
Oh my
Because
god.
it was rough.
I
It was
really want
very-
911
You've
to
been
step in.
axed.
Yeah, I was very X'd. I was completely X'd. You've been Cuervo'd.
we put Cuervo in your Cuervo.
But it was like all night long.
And you probably felt like I can't go to the show because I don't want them knowing this is how I spent my day.
Well, I felt guilty, and I felt completely like a schmuck. I was like, I fucked this up.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to do this
Yeah.
tomorrow,
Right.
and I can't get out of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Even if I could get out of it, I couldn't get out of it. I'm supposed to be on stage. They flew me in to do this.
Right.
I have to do this. And so I did not sleep at all. No sleep. Oh my God. And then I had a 10 o'clock call for hair and makeup.
Okay.
And then then I think we recorded at 1.
And are you when it's 10 o'clock and you're in the makeup chair, do you still feel drunk?
I was completely still drunk.
Oh no.
Completely still drunk. And I was trying to be cool about it. And I was like, I'd drink a little bit of water, but not too much.
Right.
Because I couldn't keep it down if I had too much.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just got to be cool. Got to be cool.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can't be sick. I don't want to throw up on
Right.
my fake sandals or anything.
Smelling like alcohol.
Yeah. And I was like gray and sweaty
Oh,
all
no.
night, shaky. And then the next day I had some color in my face. I was more green.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I was still like really shaky and sweaty and have waves of nausea. But the showtime came, and I went out and I played it and I sang,
Yes.
and everything was, I kept it together.
Okay.
It's on YouTube.
Like an actual rock star. I mean, you really.
Yes.
I had
yes,
to.
you were getting in character.
I don't know how Duff did it. I don't know how I don't know how those guys drank like a bottle of vodka till their tongues turned black. I don't know how
No.
they did it.
I
Yeah.
don't understand
'Cause,
how
like, I
people
can't-
drink like that.
I can't do comedy if I have that much.
I
Yeah.
know. I don't.
9 drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how they do it.
All right. Well, we're definitely going to link to you. It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
Okay.
Just Jamie Kennedy, Chris Creed with KRISKREED.
Okay, KR.
And there's me with my green shirt,
Yeah.
and they hate
Green face.
and my green face. It's completely Martian.
Oh my God.
They and plus they hated us.
Yeah.
They hated us.
hated you
I
so
thought I'm gonna die drunk.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die drunk. And then I think at some point during the morning they were like, "You had a few drinks yesterday, didn't you?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they were busting my balls about it a little bit.
Yeah.
And but I was like, "Yeah, I got it. Don't worry about it. I'll be fine." And the thing was fine. Went off of that hitch. And then when we were done, Fax and Adam started to fuck with me. They were like, "Oh, how you feeling? How you feeling?"
Oh no.
Hey, we're taking the crew out because it was our last big thing. We're taking the crew out tonight. We're all going out for big Benihana. I know you're gonna like Benihana.
Some raw clams.
Yeah, so we're at Benihana.
Oh God.
Where the dinner is the show. And the guy's making fried rice for me and flipping shrimp into my pocket. And stuff.
God.
Oh God. Oh God, please.
You're just like, do you have saltines?
Yeah, I just didn't want to. I said, I eat a little fried rice. Oh God. Hey, look at the eggs in there. Oh God. Why are you doing, you fuckers? So then I flew back the next day. I think I slept an hour or two.
Were you kind of okay by then, or were you still pretty rough?
I was pretty rough. I got back, and we had to fly. You had to fly like a puddle jumper to the airport, so 2 flights.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
And it was just air sick and horrible. And I got back to Los Angeles, and I was hungover for 3 days.
Oh my God.
Just like 3 days, I could not. I was shaky. I couldn't.
Because you'd been poisoned.
I had been poisoned.
Right.
I had been poisoned. Alcohol is poisonous.
So maybe it's a good thing you didn't sleep, right? It's kind of
It's
dangerous.
a very good
to,
thing I didn't sleep. Not that I
Jesus.
could have. Like
Right.
I laid down and it was like whoop.
Oh, those spins are the worst.
It was
I do
a
not
circus.
miss it. I do not miss it.
Yeah, I you would think I would have stopped drinking then.
You were young.
I was young. I
Yeah.
was only in my early 30s.
But it's funny things. So, did you work on that show much longer, or was that it?
That was it. I kind of knew I wasn't going to come back for a second season, but my last day there was my first day of prep for hosting Beat the Geeks.
Oh well, I mean,
So I went from a writer who hated it to
Yeah.
a game show host.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
Nice.
worked out.
That's so great.
It was good timing.
Yeah.
And I worked again with Fax and Adam on Blue Collar TV.
I don't know if I know that.
That was a sketch show with Jeff Foxworthy, Larry the Cable Guy,
Oh,
and
the Blue
Bill
Collar
Engvall.
guys. Okay.
The Blue Collar guys.
Yeah.
And that was a blast.
Oh,
That
good.
was
Okay.
so much fun. And that went away because the network dissolved.
Was it CMT?
It was
or
on
something?
the WWB.
Oh,
And one day the network was gone.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Yeah. Well, Blaine, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you for
Again,
having me.
another
Thank you for
great
having me.
story.
Great
We
stories.
loved it. I'm definitely going to look up that video.
Please do.
Yes,
It's
I'm
Chris,
going to put it in the newsletter.
Yeah.
Jamie Kennedy, Chris Creed.
Chris
I can't wait
Creed.
to see
And
it.
you'll see the most hungover man alive playing a guild with an oval sound hole
Oh my
that we
God.
rented.
He lives to tell.
He loves to tell it. And we will be right back with What Did We Learn Today?
So much.
Kristine,
Hey, yo.
are you ready to learn what we learned today?
Yes, please.
How to survive saving democracy in extremely oppressing heat.
Yes.
They're eating the pets and controlling the weather.
How do you think we're controlling the weather? It's by eating the pets.
That's right.
You know, even if the Democrats could control the weather,
They'd fuck it up somehow.
I mean, I guess Florida is the place they're going to want to get rid of because they're going to vote for
Oh, yeah.
Trump. So my whole joke is
No,
useless
doesn't
now.
work.
Forget it.
Nobody Wants This has been renewed for a second season. Its creator, Aaron Foster, is returning and has ideas for a third season.
There you go. Garen was wrong.
I was wrong.
Check your info on data brokers. Just Google your name and they will show up in all of your information, including associated family members. You can request removal from the services, usually via a form or email on the site. So data brokers. Okay.
I've done that. Yes.
The Lovin' Spoonful's most recognizable hit is probably Do You Believe in Magic?
Oh my God, we all know that song. Come on. There are like 3 weeks left when this airs till the election. everybody just write some postcards or call somebody, get on the phone. You can go knock on doors. If you're in swing state, please go knock on some doors. It's so easy to do. Or you can just go to your local station, your local polling station volunteer. They need poll workers. That's really important. You could do just any little thing and it's going to help.
If you want, you could go, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but if you go onto Field Team 6, you can learn how to text.
Yes.
If you are like me and don't enjoy doing the phone calls, because the texting, I mean, it's literally automated. You're literally just pressing a button until you can't do it anymore. But you do have to learn how to do it. It's actually a lot easier than they make it sound. But so you could do that if you're not into the actual phone calling or canvassing.
I think I might do some canvassing in New York City.
Oh yeah, that's really important. Swing state, New York.
Yeah. Thanks for that canvassing in New York.
Do my part.
It was interesting, just as a note, that there was a woman in the office that was like, "Can I ask you why you came here, and why you left California and came here?" And I was like, well, there was nothing for us to do for Kamala in California.
Yeah.
That state's definitely going to go blue. And she was like, really?
Wait, what?
She didn't seem to be aware of that, which I thought was interesting. I was like,
what?
Oh, yeah, we don't need to do anything for Kamala in California. Like, it's good. We're good.
That's really weird that she wouldn't know that. And she works.
Yeah, but not all volunteers know everything about everything, too.
No, but that's pretty famous that New York and California always go for.
Yeah.
I tried to. Does she know something we don't?
But, I mean, I think it's fascinating that we don't seem to need, like, you know, Ohio used to be an important swing state. It's not considered important anymore. Like,
because
I don't know, it has 17 electoral votes.
Is it still swing or has it gone red?
It's kind of, well, it's.
Oh wait, did it go red last?
I don't remember.
I don't remember who it went for, but it's. I always thought it was a purple state, but now it's, I think, leaned more red.
But you're right; they didn't talk about it that much last election.
They're not considering it a swing state anymore, so that's not one of the ones when you go to like where to postcard and where to put your time. And they're not. You don't hear about Kamala going there. You don't hear about Trump. Trump's. I'm like, he's not even going. Like, he's going to places like he was just here. He was. Oh my God! Did you guys hear about Coachella? The buses.
Yes.
He didn't pay him.
If that isn't the most...
Wait, that's not what happened?
Yeah, they were... this is what I read.
Okay.
Somebody finally talked to the bus company and like, we're left because they didn't pay us. We've been asking them to pay us. They never did. So
You're
we left.
kidding.
Yeah,
that is not what I heard. I
saw
heard
the
that
video.
they were trying to refuel and all the stations, for some reason they hadn't fueled up. And so there was only one bus that had enough fuel and was going,
I haven't heard.
That's great. I hope that's what it is. But you know what? It won't change one fucking mind.
He does not give a shit about you, people who think he does.
One guy like took his stuff down because other Trumpers were like, "Stop! It's making him look bad." It
just looks accurate,
right?
Which is, we're going to bus all these people in,
have them
so it looks good.
100 plus degrees.
Elderly people too,
right?
And then when the rally's over, who cares? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, they were fainting and
why Coachella?
Hours.
I don't even know why he's doing California.
Why does he even come to California? It doesn't matter. Well, it's important from a Senate point of view, right? Because
but he doesn't care about. I mean,
I think he cares
down ballot.
I think he cares because it affects how much power he has.
Yeah,
because
I know.
If he doesn't get the Senate,
I guess I just don't think of him as actually caring about the presidency. It's just winning. You know what I mean?
But I think
maybe you're right.
He's aware of how much power he won't. If he doesn't have a Republican-controlled Senate, there's not much he can get done.
But he thinks he's just going to be a dictator on day one. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to know how.
It's hard to understand his brain.
It's hard to understand his brain, which is why you should see the movie because it's really good.
Yes,
The Apprentice.
I do want to see it. I'm going to see it this week. Anyway, he's a piece of shit. Please get out there and. Just remember, if you're one of those people that's like, I'm just not going to vote because I don't like either person and I'm not excited.
We don't have that luxury.
It's not a fucking Valentine. You don't have to be in love with your candidate. You just have to vote against the one you hate. And that's Trump. And we need to elect Kamala. That's what matters.
Agreed.
Okay. And on that note, remain calm.